Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy Whisper here. It's been a while since I've posted, guys. Sorry, I've been a little under the weather lately. Had a really bad cold, led to a sinus infection, but I'm finally back to at least 90%, and I really can't miss this death battle. I've been looking forward to it for the last 2 weeks. Today we're going to be reacting to Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now, I really do love both these shows. I grew up mostly with Scooby-Doo. I did watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, but he always creeped me out. There was like 3 episodes in particular that I just will not watch of Courage the Cowardly Dog ever. Like the one where we find out how Courage got to what's her name, Marge, and that old dude's house. Like, you know, where you see his parents get blasted off into space. The one where the cat like stalks him through the streets and everything like that, and that weird creepy white mask. And another one where I think Eustace grows his hair. I don't know, that one always weirded me out as a kid. I definitely liked Kids Next Door more than Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I still love Scooby-Doo to this day more than Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know how this is gonna go, specifically, like, they're both cowards. Like, in chickens, they don't fight that much. There was one movie where Scooby-Doo learned karate, and another movie where he teamed up with Batman, but other than that, I'm pretty sure Scooby-Doo has absolutely no fighting ability, and he mostly just runs away from everything and leads monsters into traps. I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Maybe Courage might get the upper hand somehow because I don't know too much about Courage's overall like special powers or anything like that. I don't think he actually has any special powers other than just he has a ridiculously high pain tolerance. But Scooby-Doo does too, so I don't know. I'm rooting for you, Scooby-Doo. I grew up with Scooby-Doo. I was in the Scooby-Doo fan club. I'm going to be rooting for Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Incorporated all the way up until the end. I didn't watch that new Velma show that came out recently. I don't know, it just didn't look that exciting to me, but I heard nothing but bad things about it, so I guess I was right to avoid it. But without further ado, guys, I'm rambling on. Like, comment, subscribe for more reaction videos just like this one. Without further ado, let's hop straight into it, guys.
Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage,
Love it.
the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis Familiaris, man's best friend.
I really have no idea how this death
No
battle's
animal
supposed to
companion
go.
has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even, and maybe especially, these 2 yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats. Or dogs.
Eustace is such a dick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I'm rooting for you,
Throughout the
Scooby.
ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Pretty much everywhere. From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time, he's the greatest
God,
dancing
those movies were
Hamlet.
terrible. But the live actions are oddly so bad that they're actually like go back around to being good.
Born to Momsy and Dada Doo in Doosville, USA.
Doosville ain't what it used
Really?
to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Those
Yep.
friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake,
Shaggy's my
Fred
favorite
Jones,
character.
and sometimes
Followed by
With
Velma,
their powers
then Daphne,
combined, they
then
are
Fred.
Mystery
I never really cared about
Incorporated,
Fred.
a cadre of snot-nosed teenagers traveling the Nixon-era United States in a cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
all of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is
My
indispensable.
mom,
in
oddly
mystery
enough, just never
investigations.
heard that line
Great Danes
before.
were
Knows
bred
what
by
Scooby-Doo
17th
is,
century
grew up with it
German
too,
nobility to hunt
didn't know what
bear,
that line
boar,
was.
and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such brave,
God, I love the
fearless
dire wolves in
doggos.
Game of
Too bad
Thrones.
for Shaggy and the gang. The
Love 'em just
apple
as much as
didn't
the
just
dragons
fall
in their
far
own
from
way.
The tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light. Because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything imaginable. And his only motivation is his delicious Scooby snacks.
God,
Which
I
makes
love
it
the
so
witch's ghost.
baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers. like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an
Really?
existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he'd been fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
I knew it. I knew it was gonna be his actual mom.
So sorry, ma'am. If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are.
Oh, Lord.
You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks, but then one day,
Nah, not at all.
the mask did not come off.
Zombie
That's
Island.
right.
God, I love
It's
that
time
movie.
for
This
our time
battle's
again.
taking me back to
The
my
monsters
childhood.
started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to man.
I never actually saw the one where they
Those
fought
Scooby
Frankenstein.
snacks, they
I really
started
wish
to
I
give him
had,
a
though.
Physical boost in strength, kind of like Popeye's spinach.
That's nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackelford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic armor, force field, super intelligence, and Panther!
Yeah, nanomachines, dog.
Where was
And
this
we're just
show?
getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any
Must
way
have
he
been right
wants,
after I hit
either
high school.
duplicating himself or regenerating
That's when I
from
stopped
damage.
watching
Like being
cartoons as
chopped into
much.
pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things get a little too spooky for him. He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun
Oh, we're
that
going off the
instills
Scooby-Doo
fear
video
in the
games,
hearts
too?
of man.
I did
And
play
not-
those
not
as a
like
kid.
An actual gun, it literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons.
Low-key, we're actually
an
kind of
ark
good.
containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghost!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being
Ah,
at the epicenter of an
Cyber
explosion
Chase.
that
Scooby-Doo
blew
and
up
the Cyber
time,
Chase. I love
and
that movie.
successfully performed the Zabrinsky Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie
Let me know
Ziegler.
down in the comments,
The
guys,
Zabrinsky
what's your
Triangle
favorite
is a
Scooby-Doo
dance
movie?
so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it
Nah,
doesn't.
it probably
Taking
won't.
this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
This makes no
That's right.
sense.
Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With
Even if it was
Scooby-Doo
the
as
most
their
beautiful
nine
dance
omnipotent
ever, how would that
mascot,
break our
Mixed
universe?
Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions,
Yeah.
wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even
Oh,
made a member
cool.
of the mystery analysts of Gotham by
Nice,
Batman
yep.
himself.
Because he did. Yep, I remember that episode of Brave and the Bold.
Greatest detective recognizes Scooby's skills.
Yep,
Even
and the
facing down and
crossover
defeating
between him and
the
Robin
evil
when they fought
entity,
Penguin and
an
Joker.
eldritch dark god, and surviving its
Scooby-Doo's
death,
been on a
which
lot of
rewrote
crazy adventures.
All of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan.
That was back when it was
No
way
biggie.
easier to do
So,
crossovers.
we're in
I feel like they
saving
don't
the
even
world
happen that
with
much
his
anymore.
found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what? We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband,
Eustace.
But creepy stuff
Biggest
happens
dick in
nowhere.
cartoon
It's
history.
up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid whiz, you made me look bad. Booga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get
Oh
away.
God.
Sorry.
I don't even know why
Who
she
would be
married
excited for
Eustace.
one of animation's mightiest mutts.
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles are hare hunters with intense
Oh, I didn't know she was
separation
Scottish.
anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off. All of which fits Courage to a T.
I'm watching
especially the
Outlander
howling
with my
parts.
mom,
To be
so
fair,
I'm randomly
Courage
seeing
has
all
a
these
lot
Scottish
to
references
howl
that I didn't see
Nowhere
before.
USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots,
Yeah,
alien
unlike
robots,
Scooby-Doo, all the
this
stuff
chicken,
Courage fights
the
is
king of
actually real.
Blonde, and of course, the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good
Yep,
thing he's kind of a
'cause he's a good
genius.
dog.
He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly, and he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty
Yep.
mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage, of
Makes
course.
sense.
I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you
Oh
can
God, what
resist
is
even
that?
the
Oh
most
my
delicious
God, why are you licking it?
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his
This
ass
is what I
anytime
mean
he
by
wants.
Courage
He
was way
always
more
has
messed up for
exactly what he
kids
needs.
than
All
Scooby-Doo
thanks to his
was.
computer named
Like, it low-key gave you
A
nightmares.
sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared.
Computers are
especially when
always
he can
dicks.
Shape-shift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's
Oh,
body
I
is
didn't
a
know that.
canvas upon which his imagination
My
runs
God, what
wild.
is this guy?
He
I
can
remember I
stretch to
watched
crazy
this guy when I was a
lengths,
kid. His
shrink
name's
to
Bob
microscopic
something.
sizes,
Love that
turn
old Family Guy
invisible,
skit with him.
appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune
Yes,
to
that's
damage.
the episode.
He
God,
still
that cat
feels
girl
pain,
creeped
but
me the hell
apparently
out.
His sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half, or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely, without even ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct.
Don't overthink
Until
it.
isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Then Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he
What was this
fine.
episode?
Courage is strong
I actually
enough to
watched
physically
Courage
patch
for
up
a
holes
decent
in
long
ozone
time, and
layer,
I never saw that
hold
episode.
stars in his hands, and screamed so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically, a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been
I
warned.
remember him. He was actually low-key kind of cool.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day.
I know,
A depraved,
Eustace.
psychotic motherfucker.
He's such
The
a
true
freaking
Prince
dick.
Of darkness, the greatest villain in cartoon history.
See, even they agree.
Eustace.
He even collects all of Courage's greatest foes like a legion of doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of dodgeball.
He gives all rednecks a
He's such
bad
a
name,
prick.
Wiz. I want to end him.
Yes, me
Hello.
too.
Okay, well, Courage
Why is Miriam even married to him?
always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly
There was a
monster
Scooby-Doo
hunting
Courage the Dog crossover
Scooby-Doo.
too.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of Nowhere's weirdness, a dark matter meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally, the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs, its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Oh God.
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the
Couldn't we
vast,
just like
humble
forget
farm.
about Eustace?
It has a protector.
He may be small and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run
I'm
the
still
data
rooting
through all
for you, Scooby.
possibilities.
It's time for a dog battle! Oh, God, when I say it like that, it
I love
sounds...
Courage too, though, so I don't even know. Like, I'm still rooting for Scooby to win, but Courage goes through so much, I don't want to see him get hurt any more than I have to. Eustace!
What do I do?
Did he trip Scooby? I'm more. Oh my god. I love this. Facts, that's not enough. Facts. Get out of here, Eustace. Yep. I knew it was gonna go right to this trope. Godzilla, random.
Oh, there's one more thing, sir.
Oh my god, Columbo.
Big boy.
Random, but okay.
How to defeat a great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
God, this is like the craziest death battle ever. Okay, are they even really fighting each other? Because it seems like they're both just trying to run away.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
Yeah, but Scooby likes Scooby Snack. I don't even think Scooby has ever really wanted a bone, as far as I can tell. No, not the Scooby Snacks! You monster! Yes!
My name isn't Chad James. And it's not.
Get him, Scooby! Nice! Dude, I'm like right here. Really? Eustace again?
Stupid dogs! You made me look bad! What's her?
Oh, piss off.
Well, ow! Ow! Cut it out!
Oh, God.
No, I hate that stupid dog!
So who won?
KO!
Wait,
I
what?
mean, I'm glad
Who
Eustace
won?
lost, but
As
still.
happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not
Yes!
since the Great Norris Sancho Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even
No.
with Courage's insane cosmic feats, you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches
Nah.
could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Yeah,
Both were
because that's
incredibly
literally
smart in
cartoon
different
logic.
ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities.
That's
and
fair.
for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it. They're tunes with basically anything, except for the Chest of Demons and the Dark Matter Meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the Dark Matter Meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone
Eustace.
did, Wiz.
See?
Someone did.
Everybody tell you that you kind of
I'm fine with it. I'm glad
scary
Scooby didn't have to
sometimes.
kill
I don't
Courage.
like dog killers.
I love them both,
Scooby
honestly.
and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, those were awful.
Stop. This battle is a draw.
Honestly, I'm completely okay with it.
Hi, I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz. Thank you
All
so
right,
much
let's
for
see who's
watching.
up next
We are
week,
about to
or
announce the
2 weeks
next
from now.
episode, but before we
All right, Rick, Morty. Oh my God! Rick and Morty versus Doctor Who? Like, honestly, I don't know how I feel about. I did not watch Doctor Who at all, but I know a little about Rick and Morty, and as far as I can tell, Rick should be able to take Doctor Who any day. Like, he's just as broken when it comes to the time travel shenanigans as Doctor Who is. I don't know, maybe Doctor Who has a trick up his sleeve. I know he has something called a quantum screwdriver. No idea what it does. I think it's something like, if you ever seen that show from like 2005, Phil from the Future, it's probably like that wizard thing that can just kind of alter reality a little bit. I don't know. But honestly, I can't wait to see that one too, guys. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this death battle reaction with me. I mean it means the world that you guys keep liking and subscribing to all my videos. I hit my goal for October. We're at 52 subscribers, guys. Let's hit 100 before the end of the year. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos just like this one. Without further ado, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Have an awesome day, guys. Take it easy.